Greetings, Troma fans, and welcome to a special Flesh Wound Horror Live unboxing and review. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by the man with the big box, producer Todd.
The big bad box.
Big bad toy store. I know those fucking strike. Damn it!
Doesn't yell at you.
Yeah.
I caught myself, which is why I don't need to be schooled. Bugs Dread, and I'm gonna say howdy and all that nonsense.
Bugs Dread. But yes, unboxing and a review
of a highly anticipated film that actually is going to be released, like we said it was going to be. But we'll talk about that later.
The unreleasable is being released unrated, which by
unreleasable, it just meant studios were afraid.
That is a question I will pose to you later. What in your opinion made it unreleasable? So you can ruminate.
Well, I understand. Well, I'll answer it later. Okay, so I guess we'll just get right into it. There's actually two figures in here because I went ahead last minute because one of them was half off and I hadn't grabbed it yet. So
hold on, Mr. Todd, before you get too far, you want to go take a blue pill and be on the big box, big screen?
Oh, good idea.
There you go.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, get that penis pump, Dan.
Fuck yeah.
Austin Powers. All right, in you go.
There we go. Is this opposite? It is, but whatever.
Yeah,
it works. Only I notice. All right, so
I'm confused.
Let's go. I can see too.
Right. See Toxie in the background. NC, what up?
Always chilling too. So I did go ahead and pay the extra $3 for the collectors, which if anyone orders from Big Bad Toy Store knows means they make sure it's the best looking figure.
Okay.
I know Dan's worried about ordering
a double box.
Yeah, I know Dan worries about ordering from figures and stuff, but that's why.
Yeah,
I don't.
You're safe. Entertainment Earth's all right too.
Even on just the non ones that are just the regular ones, they still are handled with care.
I'm not anal about there's a little bit of corner wear on this Blu-ray. I'm really not, but action figures, sometimes I've ordered those and they're bent in half, and it's I hate to be that guy, but with that,
no, it's in half. Yep, I got a million of those. I just got my Batman life-size cowl the other day,
and shout out to our Australian friend in the chat. He's wondering if he will get TOXIC Avenger down there in Australia. I guess can't really say for sure, but I wonder if you get it unrated.
Not sure if this is inappropriate, but g'day, mate.
Totally racist.
Cancel.
Is it? Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Australia.
Still got TOXIC Avenger, one of the most offensive movies ever made. So still just as rough as it was the day it came out. So
big fan of cosplay, Chris. Yeah,
collectors in a nice box.
Okay, looks like they package.
This is the one that I paid my extra $3 for. This one, not so much.
Yeah,
still looks great, but I guess we'll look at this one first, since this is the one that's been out, and I'd been on the fence for getting it, and then when I went to go check out with my big pile of loot on Big Bad Toy Store, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna click and see if there's any other new TOXIC Avenger figures or anything, or just check it out, and then lo and behold, this figure was half off that I had to pick, so it was only $27.
Ooh.
So
that's very cool.
Ooh.
Took a dress. Yeah. With the American flag on the mop. Hell yeah.
So there we have Toxie.
Is that one of the glow in the dark ones? I know you had one that.
No. That's you're thinking of the bigger PVC one. This is an ultimate figure, has multiple heads and hands. It's highly articulated. So
he's buff. Oh yeah.
Do I want to pop it open? I guess.
Yeah. Carefully though.
You know.
Oh, I see Christmas Cruelty in the bag also. Nice. Shout out to Pitt if you're listening. What's up?
Yep.
Shout out.
Right by Toxic. Territory. Shout out Joe Castro. All right. Well, we're not going to go super in depth on this one. Maybe I'll do a reel too. But this one's been out for a while. But let's take a look at him. I do want to check him out. Oh, all right. So there we have him. Let's get him out.
Look at those socks.
All right, I just got to. I've never taken one of these out, so I was checking if they have
the wire.
Yeah.
Do they come with wire anymore?
I don't know. Like,
I haven't opened one in a good long time.
Good. The flag's detachable. All right, we can talk.
A shout out to Retro Crypt in the chat / your home video. Retro Crypt, you can order these figures.
I was going to ask, will you be stocking them? Also, well, there we go. Dan, post a link for him in the chat too, or because he can't, right?
No, not unless you have a wrench. I will do that.
Trying, but I don't want to hurt him.
My usual answer is spit on it, but not for these.
Not for these.
Give me a push. We're birthing Toxie. For all the ASMR fans that love opening plastic stuff.
I know. I'm trying to see. There might be plastic holding them in.
Isn't ASMR supposed to be soothing? Like, what's soothing about plastic being ruffled? I don't understand.
I don't think it necessarily.
You probably don't, because I don't really understand that either.
Because they like sound
hush you to sleep.
Oh, there is a fucking thing around his body. God damn it!
Is there?
Yeah, right in the middle. That's why he's like fighting me.
I kind of prefer the hard plastic figures now. They're just, I don't know, they're more durable. I mean, I get it.
Well, he's definitely a hard plastic figure, thank God, because otherwise he'd be ripping his arms off.
Ben Grimm saying, use that grown man strength.
But
yeah. Pretend it's female.
And those parts flying.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. No, he's oh, yeah. This is.
There we go.
Got his mop. Cool. It's got multiple heads.
Oh, very cool. Horrible music. If you're newer to the channel, Todd has probably one of the most extensive Troma collections out there.
I don't know. I see other people's and get jealous.
I guess you never.
But yeah, well, there he is. I know this is just a bonus one. We're checking him out because the other one's the one we're really unboxing. So I'm not trying to blind everyone. What were we going to say there?
No,
Ben Grimm. Oh, the Dr. Kill 'Em Off figures. I saw you when you were posting the pictures. That one I only got one of. I may grab another one because that one sold out on the Trick or Treat site quick when it first came out, but I knew there'd be more eventually. So, all right, well, let's check out. Now I know how to do this and not ruin the packaging. So he was a good test run.
Excellent.
All right, let's check out. I have all this stuff everywhere. Damn it. All right, let's open the good one because this is like, yeah.
You're edging the one on the edge of your seat? Not edging.
Yeah, this is the one that make me break down and order. Because I'd been eyeing the other one forever, and I was like, And I say this with every Toxic Crusader figure. If only they just had a Toxic Avenger version. Because that's what I really want.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, there we go. I got a Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, dude. And that has a flag, too.
I'll make sure to tell you. Warning. Keep away from small children.
All right, Dan, you can't open it. You can just look at the box.
Yeah.
That was a mentality joke for you, not how I normally play. But I understand. That's on me.
All right, let's look.
Remove the rubber.
All right, well, let's get a nice. We need a little more light, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was about to say I think you need a little more light.
Well, I need to not be blurry too, but let's try to. Let me try to get it some more light.
It looks really good from here.
Well, when we get him out of the box, we'll be able to see him better too. All right.
The tutu. That makes me happy.
Removing it from the box.
Todd's been known with consent or non.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing with this, Dan. He's going to stay in the box, but it doesn't mean I can't open it. I'm not ever going to sell it.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I used to have a bad habit. I still do of buying two of things in case I want to open one.
I do that on the cheaper ones. Like I did that on the other toxic figures from the Kill 'Em All. The ones was it Trick or Treat? Yeah, Trick or Treat Studios did. I did open those, but those are like $20. So
Yeah.
Well, him
the '89 Batman from NECA and the Shredder from NECA. Those got me. I have multiples.
All right. We'll at least get him close up. We'll see how much he comes out. All right. So there you can see him.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
Look at the eye.
Yeah, they got that.
He's got
down.
multiple heads. So he's got two different faces.
Like
This one has blood on the mop. You see? Got some extra hands. Look at the tutu.
Fuck yeah.
Very
Look at those
cool.
teeth up there. Reminds me of a guy who brings a lot of signs.
Had the same
Oh, he got his toe sticking out. Hell yeah.
Now, if we look at the other one,
Ooh, side by side.
you can see they're the same sculpt, but I mean, the paint makes such a difference.
Yeah.
But,
Wow.
yeah. So that's why I was going to be
hell,
happy
man.
with just having this one, but then yeah, that one's cool too. It's like Superman 3, good
got
can fight the
bookends.
evil toxic. Yeah. Now I gotta damn it. You're right. But all right. So that I'm really
Brian Trash
glad
says no tutu. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
It's all shriveled and junked. And Ben Grimm's bought all the gargoyle figures from NECA. I have Goliath. Yeah, I want Zamatos.
So, but yeah, he's really cool. I'm glad I picked him up. You can get him right now. You can get him through Amazon. He's gonna be $55. I think starting tomorrow. But what's the store's name, Dan? Put it over, please.
Super7?
No.
Oh, sorry. You're talking about our friend.
Yes.
Slasher Home Video in the chat. Retro Crypt.
Retro Crypt. Okay.
RetroCryptCo.com. I will even drop the sorry, that one went right over my
I know that I was trying to
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it wrong. That's why I was like, Dan will get it right.
There you go.
If he understands.
So
I
yeah.
thought you were having a senior moment and forgot what figure that was.
No. I was saying trying to give them options to buy it.
Yes.
Besides just the sending money to the evil corporations.
Yes. Send it to the non-evil corporation, RetroCryptCo.com.
So,
yes.
all right. Well, there's that. I will be playing with this later, like Spaceballs. Just telling you.
Ooh, playing with balls.
Action figures. Now I just need to. I need a cigar face to battle.
Yeah.
Noxie, you already said.
Since
But,
it's not, there was a question posed. Do you think the new movie will spawn toys specifically from the movie?
I know there were already licenses in place for merchandise and clothing, so I don't see.
I don't think right away, since the fact that this movie has been held out for so long. But once it's out there and the people start demanding, yeah, it's going to be undeniable. So don't look for it right away. I would say. Maybe
Well,
like
I know
2 years
that
or so.
I forget the name of the company who did the hats. they had the license for the other stuff, I believe. Big Herc, that's what it was. BigHerc.com. But the movie got delayed.
Big Herc.
So now we're gonna put him. Well, I don't think he's gonna fit. No, not anywhere for now.
Make sure it's balanced.
Oh, there's Lloyd saying hello too. There you go.
Hell yeah. He's watching. What's up, Lloyd?
Yeah. All right. Well, there's that. Let's talk. Yeah, the game is supposed to come out soon this year. I did get the free poster, and if you don't know, you can go to Retro Game. I think it's retrogames.com, and you can get a free poster. You just got to pay for shipping. It was like $6. You can get 2 of them. They are double-sided. I know they're giving them out at conventions, but if you want to pick one up there, just got to pay for shipping. So not a bad deal. Yeah. So on that note, why don't we talk about a highly anticipated movie?
Toxic Avenger 2025.
That's right. So I know I'm going to throw Dan off. Dan, did you get a description so we don't have to make it up, or did you forget to do that?
I forgot to do it, but I will. I will do it right now.
You can time. Fucking fingers typing right now.
That's all right. I'm putting
but I've already got it. I've already got it, so I'm fast enough. All right. So, Toxic Avenger. I guess it's just the Toxic Avenger. Should we just say Toxic Avenger 2025?
Sure.
All right, so Toxic Avenger 2025 from director Macon Blair follows a horrible toxic accident transforms downtrodden janitor Winston Goose into a new evolution of hero, the Toxic Avenger. So pretty basic description. Now, I have not seen this, but Todd, you got to see it.
And
Pugs.
Yes.
So, and I saw it too.
Yes, which I forgot last time, so Pugs was quiet.
I've seen it, I should say.
So I know at the end, and we'll warn you.
Hey, man, I'm never going to steal your thunder. Hold on. Toxic, that's your guy. I will never do that. I'll kayfabe. I'll play along. Go ahead, Dan.
So I know at the we'll warn you first, but at the end, we'll take some spoiler questions, but we'll warn you first. But one non-spoiler question I guess I have in general that I asked earlier. What, in your opinion, having seen the movie, were they looking at as making it unreleasable? Is it the quality of the film, or is it the content, or what?
The first thing I know I said it there, like the marketing team is going to have no idea what to do. They're not going to know. There's no way they're going to be able to figure out how to market it. It's not something that the average Lionsgate guy or Warner guy cutting trailers is dealt with. Like, if you've seen the trailer that we have, it's an odd trailer.
Yeah, it is. But don't you think it's as simple as, like, let's just tie it to Deadpool? It's a non-traditional superhero movie.
Violent comedy. That is the way you should go about
exactly.
This. Yeah. Actually, Dan, I think you cracked the code. Good job.
Yeah.
That's because I think it's the not necessarily the violence, but the gore during the violence is pretty out there. It's very satisfying.
So kind of pretty heavy on the splatter then, like
particular scenes that I won't go into detail, but yeah, it made me happy. Actually, maybe not as high as or as splashy as the substance, but it's in good company, I would think, right, Todd?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
All the splatter, yeah. And Elijah Wood looks fucking disgusting. But he's awesome.
Yes.
I want him and Colin Farrell to do like a Brothers Penguin type looking thing and just be awful to people. It'd be great.
Todd, being like a huge Troma fan, I mean, obviously you were happy with it, but would you say it feels like Troma on a budget? You know, like if they just had a bigger Hollywood budget, does it still feel like a Troma movie?
I'm gonna answer it like this. I think if Lloyd had this budget and made a Toxic Avenger movie, this is not the movie we would have got.
Okay.
But I think it has the feel of a Troma movie and all that, and the homages are throughout. You can see some in the trailer, which I'll throw that on in a second just so we can. I haven't seen it in a while, and maybe we'll spar some things in the memories. It's been a couple years since it screened.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So, that's why I told Dan, I was like, there's going to be some specifics I'm going to have to think for a minute. But I think, that's my best answer to that one, Dan. I think compared to Deadpool and Terrifier.
I think closer to Terrifier in gore wise, but the comedy, I would say it's closer to Deadpool.
Yeah, I guess if you I don't want the poster to say Deadpool meets Terrifier, but I can almost guarantee that's what they're going to say.
It's a selling market, dude. Like
it is.
Yeah,
that's always a dangerous thing, though, to put those two, because I've already heard people say, like, people are already twisting the facts. I think it was, I can't remember what website, LA, that fucking whatever, the bro website. We're already like saying, oh, Toxic Avenger, a movie deemed unreleasable for gore to be released from. And it was never not be releasable for gore. That was never said by anyone. It was just deemed unreleasable. It was never specified for gore. And I don't even think that was the factor. I think it was the tone, and they don't know what the fuck to do with it. So that's,
Okay. So just general marketing then.
Yeah, I think that's it's.
And budget-wise, I know there've been some crazy numbers thrown out that this was in no way even close to in terms of budget, but I mean, does this feel like a big budget event movie?
I mean, that's a little different because, like, for me, absolutely, it's Toxic Avenger. I grew up with that motherfucker. Like, for a wider audience, no, this is more like a mid-level, like mid-level.
Okay,
I would say.
Yeah, I'm like trying to picture. I'm like, do we have just Peter Dinklage like flying across buildings like Spider-Man?
I think this is going to be one of the bigger Cineverse films. I mean, with the cast alone, I mean, no disrespect to Terrifier, but I mean, that cast is big.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon, Elijah Wood, Jacob Tremblay, I believe.
The first two alone are fucking like icons to me.
Yeah. And now this might be somewhat more spoiler territory, but is it Peter Dinklage in the Toxic Avenger makeup, or is it just a case where it becomes another actor?
I think if you want that answered, I think that should come in spoilers.
Okay, well, keep it in mind.
We'll hold on to that one.
But if you're asking if he looks like Toxic Avenger, the answer is yes. For me, I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we're just talking look, I will say it's almost he probably looks closest to that figure, like design, because it's kind of a mix of Crusaders and Avenger. Look wise, I think the design, you can feel both. I think it'll satisfy fans of both looks of it, because I do feel both heavily inspired.
Man, can you imagine we get Toxic Avenger like in the Avengers? They cut some kind of deal.
Well, as the Marvel comic has already came up in the chat, he was in the Marvel universe, so technically, why not?
I do have some of those. I don't know if I have the whole run.
I only have, I think, 2. I have been looking to fill in the gaps on mine.
Actually, I read those. I wonder if they're available on digital. I'll buy the whole thing.
I don't think they're that expensive, although I guess
they're not. I could have got like all, because there's 3 different lines. So I could have got them all for like $100 and I just missed it. Who would be in Troma Avengers? Well, I mean, obviously we've really already had that in Citizen Toxic.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kabuki Man, Dolphin Man. I mean,
my boy.
Masturbator.
Well, you gotta stretch that beyond to other Troma movies. Like I forget the character name, but the Unspeakable guy. You got to put him in there.
Well, you're not going to get Todd to say no to that.
Yeah, I mean, but he'd have to be the one Toxic's fighting. He's going into the school for the very special, doing very bad things.
I'm opening this up, and obviously it'd have to be new actors, but Ralphus and Sardu, like you really got anything that?
Well, obviously it's going to be Jericho. It's going to be Sardu now.
Jericho.
We reverse it. It's Big Bill as Ralphus now. It's an actual threat.
He gave him like a growth serum. That's what happened. Ralphus fell into the toxic waste and came out as Big Bill.
There we go.
Here, let's check out the trailer. It's been a while, so
yeah, let's see the trailer.
All right, we're gonna do it this way. All right, let's make it full screen. All right, it's been a minute, so let's see. I don't remember it, so.
There are still no leads as to the identity of
the freaky folk hero remains at large. Sir, what did you see last night?
I heard gunshots, saw blood. Handsome fella had his arm tore off like wet bread, and the creature run off into the night.
He looks like a fucked up hot dog.
motherfucker.
Can we anyone that may have encountered the strange? Breaking news, a group of armed extremists, the nasty lads, they've taken hostages at a mismeat lunchatorium downtown.
Let's go live.
We are the nasty lads! We are angry! Go, go, go!
Spoilers.
Who the fuck are you?
He's a hero.
The Toxic Avenger.
That's what the kids are calling him. I think it's swell.
You need a real trailer too. I do love this
The
though.
identity of
The background being the Troma.
Yeah, that feels super Troma. Yeah.
Yeah, I popped for that. It's on top of my head.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm gonna be very disappointed and take off the star.
SBN, savage, violent nature, or whatever it is.
I'm gonna subtract the star if there's no attempted core.
I'm not going to answer this question, Dan. I may not even answer that question in the spoilers
Well, that's my question.
because I know you want to know that bad.
I do want to know that bad because they got to do it. The setup is obviously there with this group. So,
Well, I mean, you can see just looking at that scene alone. That's obviously, there's influence from the diaper mafia. The restaurant feels a bit Poltergeist. There's a lot of Troma homages going on throughout this that are small and subtle, and some are obvious. But yeah,
okay.
it's
Ben
going.
Grimm's
I
asking,
think
was the version you watched unrated? I believe so.
yes, they haven't bothered. As of like, yeah, I don't think it's ever actually been rated, and I don't think they're going to bother now. Well, now they're obviously not. They don't need to. They're releasing it unrated, but I don't think it ever got to that point of them, because the Fantastic Fest was they
Beyond Fest also.
Beyond. Thank you. I knew. I always mix those two up.
At this point, that's reason enough to support it. I mean, more stuff coming out just unrated. Like, fuck the MPAA. Let's just do more of that, and hopefully it'll be successful. Like, I think that
would be awesome if it catches on. It's like, oh, we don't need to fuck the MPAA. MPA.
Single A.
double. Yeah,
single A. Because now it's not about America; it's about the world. They're helping everyone.
Oh, Team America, World Police, same shit.
Yeah. No, we don't need to say that. We're just the Motion Picture Association. But I mean, to be honest, do you really need America in the Motion Picture Association? Yeah, we know where they make the movies. Canada. Calgary and Atlanta. There you go.
You start getting R ratings for not being polite.
Yeah, that's very Canadian. You only get one a boot.
So like, well, some of this might be spoilers, but like Kevin Bacon, like, where does he factor in? Who does he play?
I'm not going to say who he plays, but is he entertaining in the movie? If you liked him in Maxine, you'll like him in this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
He's kind of in that, like, I've made my money. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want now. mode of his career.
He's Kevin Bacon. He's always been, I'll do whatever the fuck I want now.
Well, I don't know.
Hardworking man. He's earned that shit. But
So
I'll give you this though. Elijah Wood's probably, him and Peter Dinklage are probably my favorite of the whole movie. But like Elijah Wood in particular, like he just looked gross. Like you just dived into it, dude. Fuck yeah, do more of this.
Yeah, no, Elijah's always great. Where would you guys rank this with the other Toxic Avengers? And I can't remember if you did that on our franchise.
I believe we did. After 1 and 4, I think it's
I would see
third
the same.
place. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's honestly for
I like it more than the Toxic Crusaders because I included that in my ranking too. So
yeah, so did I.
Okay. That's honestly pretty high praise, especially from you, Todd, because I mean it would be almost impossible to say you like it more than 1 or 4. So that's a
well, I mean it's not better than 1 or 4. It's yeah, you're right. It would be impossible. The only person who could beat that would be Lloyd himself. So.
Well, again, it looks about as Troma as you possibly could be on a budget with a wide release. So
I know Lloyd said there was references in there that Macon Blair told him that he didn't catch. So he did his homework. He knows his stuff. So
okay, sweet. Well, I'm excited. So, do you want to go on to any spoilers?
I
have a question because don't you feel the world, Todd? I feel the world feels kind of a little bit like Street Trash and Fried Berry, I think they captured that feel very well, but like with more money.
I think you mean the world. I'm gonna flip it.
I know.
Still got beef from the OG. Because it went the last time it went the opposite. This time the narrative is flipped. But yeah, maybe they look a little too much like the Toxic Avenger.
Okay. So, any questions in the chat regarding spoilers? Feel free to drop them. And
Pugs up. I guess we should rate it. I mean, I've talked about it before, obviously.
I know we're gonna have another review of this again one time.
Yeah, there'll be one. There'll be our fourth. Well, this is our second. Technically, our third because I did review it on a short too. Okay, we got one more review coming when it comes out. God damn it! You better watch along. I'm sure at some point.
Yeah, you get a lot more. But what do you rate it?
Right now, from my member berries, I'm gonna rate it a 4.5 out of 5 with a mandatory viewing. Go see it in the theater a couple of times to make sure we get more of this shit, please.
I mean, it's a 5. It's already my number 1 movie of 2025, I'm sure. So we'll just pretend.
After I watch it again, I'm probably gonna go to 5. I don't remember if I gave it a 5 or not.
Yeah,
I know I liked it a lot. I came out like fist bumping.
Yeah.
Slash run video. Yes, this is for the spoilers are for the remake. Yeah.
So if you don't want any, bow out. So I see Ben's question. I'll answer that in spoiler. I know Dan, I've already answered. He probably forgot. Okay, I'm just going to throw up the spoiler graphics at the bottom, just so you know. So we'll get a little spoilery.
Yeah.
If I can, once I find this, there it is. There's the spoilers graphic. All right.
Ben Grimm's asking, would you call it horror?
Spoiler warning, guys.
I wouldn't even call the first one horror. It's just like it's adjacent, but
oh, here we go. Okay, it's time for spoilers. Here we go. Now there's no questions. We're in fucking spoilers now. All right, let me start pulling up questions. Hold on. All right, comments. What was the first one?
Any nudity?
Would you call it horror, Todd?
There's horror elements because there's gore and stuff.
It's like fringe shit though. Like
it's like the and I think that's part of the problem. Them figuring out what to call it because. It's not. If you market it as a horror film, you might throw them off. You market it as action.
The normies, it's Deadpool. That's what you want to tie it to.
Yeah, that's the closest thing that they're going to understand. But the gore is still a lot heavier than Deadpool, even in its R-rated form.
Okay,
that's the one.
Kruger's heading hitting the hard questions. What's Dan gonna bitch about the most?
If a blind chick there's no the cornhole scene. If there's no cornhole scene, I'll bitch.
There you go.
All right.
And answer, Your Honor.
The big
Ben Grimm,
question.
any nudity?
Of course, there's some titties in this. Come on.
Yes. Okay. Well, that
I've
doesn't
already-
really factor into that scene I'm talking about, really. But all right, some titties.
I told you. Yes. Spoilers for the. Would you call it horror? What's Dan gonna bitch at the most? Do you like the? Okay. Do you like the poster? It's okay. I think I'd prefer something more detailed. I obviously the first poster. I guarantee the Cineverse poster is going to be different. So yeah, it's a fine for a teaser poster. It is what it is. It's a little too Canadian South Park
Squad. It felt like Suicide Squad.
See, I got South Park,
yeah,
Canadian vibes.
Okay. Well, yeah, that too. But I'm with Dan on that. Cause when they released the just the head drawings and stuff, and like the dead shot eye, that works.
Now I'm just saying, I never cornholed me a blind bitch, buddy. Sorry.
Don't call me buddy, guy.
I think you'll be happy, Dan, is all I'll say.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ben
right.
Grimm's, who is the villain? I don't want to give that away.
That was the question from earlier.
Well, this is spoilers. It's Apocalypse Inc., I'm assuming, right? Or do we call it that?
Yeah, which is obviously a throwback to TOXIC AVENGER 2 and 3. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember that was the evil corporation, Apocalypse Inc.
Kevin Bacon is Dr. Killamoff.
no Dr. Killamoff.
Okay.
There are. What was there was one other question I totally forgot what it was. I was going to come back to it. There's one earlier.
That's not a big spoiler to me.
To you, I don't feel comfortable with it. If Todd wants to give it away, go for it. I know we're in spoiler territory, but it's still early on, and don't sit right with me. But I won't stop you.
Okay, how about this? You wanted the answer. Is Peter Dinklage is he TOXIC Avenger? Like in the mate,
yeah.
He is not. He's not in the suit.
Okay. I'm actually kind of glad about that.
It's not a full-size person, slightly bigger, but not enough, like not in normal size. I actually believe it's played by a woman.
Oh.
Or Toxie at least.
If you notice my smirk when Todd said, "Oh, this actually looks more closer to the TOXIC AVENGER remake," I laughed because it's in size that counts. So now it's like life size.
We're in the spoilers.
No, you should be excited, Dan. You should be excited. It's a very good TOXIC performance. He's fucking cool as hell. Yeah, like he's a bad little motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll have to judge that when I see it. Was it
there's one question I'm surprised you haven't asked me.
What haven't I asked you that I'm dying to know? Well, who's the villain first? With spoilers, so you can say who the villain is.
Hey, go for it, Todd. I'm not going to.
I was
Satan. Who's the villain?
Satan, the devil. Hoping for the devil. We'll keep hoping. Any cameos from other Troma characters or Easter eggs? You know what? That one, I didn't see any overt cameos. But Todd?
There was tons of Easter eggs.
Okay.
Cameos. There's a cameo or two.
I would have CGI'd Fleischer.
Joe, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. I know obviously they didn't pre-shoot stuff, but I would have just CG'd him for a gag. Like I felt like he should be there. Although oddly enough, if you really do go back, it's not that he was in 1,000 different Troma movies. He really wasn't, but he was in the key ones. So you're not giving away villain. That's weird. So this must be like some.
I'm not going to. No, I don't want. I just don't like doing that. So if the movie was out, I would totally say it. But
well, if you want it in the chat, they have to reveal the villain because this is a spoiler section. I don't know why we're not revealing it.
Because you haven't. Well,
is the villain revealed as a surprise? Like, no. Is it a turn in the movie?
No.
Then fucking say who the fucking villain is.
No.
Bugs, you're more than welcome to.
I'm not
This
going
is,
to.
like,
I already asked and
weird.
answered, Your Honor.
Well, if you want it in the chat, demand it, because I'm not. I mean, I assume Elijah Wood is a villain of sorts. I don't know that he's the main villain, but
Yeah, we'll go with that. My memory's foggy on certain things, so I don't want to misspeak. That's the only reason I'm being careful on that one.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever. I guess that's not a big thing, but let's see other questions about this movie. What do you think, like, the critical reception to it? What do you think that's going to be outside of Troma circles?
When it hits Screenbox, everyone's gonna hate it and say, "Well, what? This isn't fucking Terrifier." That's my prediction because that happens on every fucking movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Once people can see it for free, they're gonna bitch. But that's every movie.
Okay.
That's you asked me to guess. That's my answer because it happens on everyone. Is it modern day or is it 80s? It's modern day, but it doesn't really
feel like modern day.
It doesn't like they don't like lock it in. I don't feel like
gym involved.
Oh my god, that is a
good question. No.
Is there the gym scene?
No gym.
No.
You're getting closer to the questions I was expecting.
Okay. Do we mow down any like innocent people in the car or stuff like that?
Do that.
There, I want to
think I
say
would remember if they did.
Yeah, I know there's head crushing homages, but I don't think that particular one.
Okay.
Again, it's been a couple years.
But you're not answering. Is there like the gym aerobics?
No, I said no. I said no to the gym.
Okay, you were shaking your head. I couldn't tell. All right.
I said no.
No
gym is involved.
All right. Well,
different
I'm not
origin story. Different. Yeah. I mean, it's not Melvin Junko or Melvin Ferd. It's Winston. So that's
the reasonings are different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I can live with that.
Is that song in the movie? The
gym song.
Oh, Body Talk.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name.
I think it was. I kind of remember. It's been again 2 years.
I don't remember.
But I do remember popping for. See,
it could have been like a radio in the car or something.
Yeah, see, I remember hearing it, being excited and being like the.
Yeah, I feel like you told me it was.
But... see, again, it's 2 years. Sometimes you might have to go on the. And I told Dan like everything. I told him blow by blow when it came out. So
I don't think you ever gave me a blow by blow.
I did, Dan, because I answered. I answered the cornholing question. I answered all these questions.
No, you did not answer.
100% did. 100% did, Dan.
And now I'm more excited. So knowing that it's in there, so I'm happy.
You know what's funny? Here's a little tidbit. I did a wrestling promo for a promotion, and like you could. Like there was no gym music, so I just added Body Talk in the background.
Yeah.
I was very proud of that.
Did anybody?
What person heard that and popped? That's all I needed.
Okay, so that's
totally blown down.
I'm pretty excited for this.
I see the question I was expecting. Sarah, Claire, love interest.
Yeah, is there even a love interest? You said it was a different.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I was just curious. Yeah, no,
there is no love interest.
Well, it's
a different kind of love.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it doesn't factor.
He doesn't. It's not the same. It's different. It does. Some of the early stuff feels closer to the cartoon a little too.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's a good mix, but like not like and it has a lot of heart. That was one thing.
No, I'm not seeing that in the trailer. That's interesting. Not
well, to be honest, you're not
seeing
that
trailer
and anything in the trailer. Literally the only thing you get is a little tidbit of a scene that's sort of reminiscent of a Troma classic scene from the movies. Really, the only thing you get.
Okay.
And that scene fucking rules, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Grimm, junkyard involved. I think I remember there being going to the junkyard.
The
but if you're asking,
character?
like, if he lives
wait.
there.
No, are you asking if he lives in a junkyard or the character of Junkyard? Because there's also Junkyard from the cartoon. So no to the junkyard in the cartoon, but I'm assuming you're probably asking, does he live in the junkyard?
I don't remember where.
It's a different no. It's.
I got one for you. With the
I know. Now your question. Now I'm like, does he? No, because I remember in the beginning in basically an abandoned apartment. Or he's in the apartment at the beginning. Like then he goes to the abandoned one.
You know what? The apartment reminded me of Howard the Duck. Howard's apartment.
Is that because there's a little guy?
Probably.
What's the voice?
You're like, all these well, at least Peter Dinklage never tried. Never mind.
As far as we know.
What's the voice like? Is it just Peter Dinklage's voice, or is it like an exaggerated sort of comical voice?
It's altered.
Like...
It's altered a little bit. But it's the voice to me at least matched what you see. I'm like, oh yeah, that seems like that would come out of there.
And it feels like kind of like the part 1 voice too, because it is the way his voice already sounds, and it is a little manipulated. But I mean, he's got that more deep, just the tone he speaks in is closer to that than like, because you know the sequels had that goofier voice.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like, yeah.
How about the Lloyd cameo? Is it
talking about
Lloyd Kaufman cameo? I'm assuming he's in there.
You have to watch it.
But you're not gonna give me if Lloyd's in.
I don't remember. I don't remember if he's in it.
Okay.
I remember if he is or isn't, but no, I'm not. You don't get the bad guy or if Lloyd shows up. Sorry, Dan. Got to make you wait for some.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Lloyd is the bad guy. Maybe he's the head of Apocalypse Inc.
There he goes. Crack the code.
It's James Gunn. How's that, Dan?
There we go. In his never mind. I was gonna say in his party gear.
Oh, in his clergy outfit.
Does Toxic Avenger fight anyone on an island?
No. Maybe some people that belong there. I don't know.
Maybe Dink. No, that's really bad.
Yeah, you already got us in trouble with one little person, Dan. Don't do it again. And not an A-list one.
Oh man, can you imagine if Dinklage? Like, I would probably have to stay in heel mode if it was Dinklage. Like, we gotta have fuck yeah. So all right, so I'm trying to think. I'm running out of questions, honestly. But you're saying kind of feels like authentic, if not like exactly what Lloyd would do. So
I think it's going to satisfy the Troma fans, and I think the people who are like, "Well, fuck that! I don't want fucking."
Like Schlack wasn't.
I was not. I was purposely not singling out anyone, but I realized I was starting to do a Schlack voice and immediately stopped. Now I don't want to finish my thought.
Well, that was a post, right? I mean, he wasn't like.
I'm going to say it will I think it will satisfy the people who are not happy with the thought of Peter Dinklage being the Toxic Avenger.
Okay, it's very interesting to me that it's still a shorter stature person in the makeup. That's an interesting choice.
It's a bigger Toxic Avenger than it is a Peter Dinklage.
Okay.
But still smaller.
Yeah, I see. I always kind of assumed
you can see the in the trailer, the brief moment you see him.
Yeah, you see him twice, but it's one's from far in the field and one's the door, and he's over. It's his silhouette. Yeah. He's there.
When they cast him, I was like, okay, he's just gonna fall into the waste and maybe voice Toxic Avenger, but it's gonna be, a regular sized person playing the character. So, but I'm open to that. Honestly, with the tone, whatever, I can.
You're gonna get over it right away. I guarantee it.
Okay. Well, nudity,
cool.
Extreme gore, Elijah Wood. It sounds like it's got a lot of things go. Body talk, that kind of seals it. So,
yeah.
I do have to say though, I don't want shot for shot, but I would have liked that gym scene somehow at some point, him to end up there, because the beginning of that first movie is just.
I get it, but he'd have to be like toxic. I was gonna say, Peter Dinklage Winston is much older than Melvin, so he's not just like
He could be a janitor,
and that would be funny because now I'm thinking of him working in the fucking hot tub place at Howard the Duck, which would have totally fit in the world. I think we're starting this. I think they both exist in the same world, Pugs. We're just gonna go with that
rule.
I would have got
both.
really,
I'm cool with that.
Dark overlords can show up.
I would have gotten meta, and they hire like some more janitors that are also dwarfs, and he gets them fired.
Well, this was before all that, Dan.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't think I have any other spoiler questions, unless somebody in the chat's got spoiler questions. I'm running dry. I can't think of anything else that I have to know. Is there any indication on when this is coming out this year, or are we still kind of just
Sometime this year?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd guess October. I think this is going to be their big one this year since they don't have a Terrifier.
Oh, okay. So you think they're going to hold off that long?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love it. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope we get it in March, but I'm not.
I don't feel like I need this.
Let's go.
Yeah, June.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even really have a traditional summer movie anymore, so it's like I could take this anytime. I don't feel like I need it in October.
But I'm just saying for them, that may be their line of thinking because they do well with the Terrifiers. Then.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this one kind of like let's go see it for Halloween, if that really factors into it. But I could be wrong. I mean, I wanted to.
We all went and saw a Christmas slasher for Halloween. It'll be fine.
All right. So I'm out of spoilers. Are we out of spoiler?
Yeah, we're out of spoilers.
So guys, in just 5 minutes, there's going to be an erotic thriller show dropping, some Shannon Tweed stuff. We're going to have a lot of Flesh Wound After Dark coming at you over the next month. So be sure to stay tuned to the channel. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. It all starts at just $1, and there's a lot of After Dark stuff on there, a lot of uncensored stuff that we can't do on YouTube. So yeah, we appreciate your support. We don't do super chats, so anything you throw our way on Patreon, I think we give you some cool stuff for it, and we appreciate the support. So on that note, Wednesday is going to be a stacked live show. We're going to have reviews for Grafted, Flight Risk, Presence, Companion.
We all saw Vortilac. Companion.
Vortilac, yeah, formal review of Vortilac.
Wait, Companion's out?
Well,
that's the guess for Scream Unseen.
Well, don't.
Yeah, I was hoping Dan would avoid that in case I have to change it, but of course not.
Well, you have it up on the channel, Tad.
I don't have the graphic up.
You don't, but you have the word companion.
Okay, you're still.
All right, I'm done. We got a lot of fucking movies on Wednesday, so tune in. And,
bottom line.
Lots of fucking movies. So of course you want to.
And we'll also have a new Hood Approved coming up this week, and another very special After Dark, where we talk about Russ Meyer's Vixen trilogy.
Yes, don't miss that one. I'm a big Russ Meyer guy, but Todd, you're a huge Russ Meyer guy, so that'll be fun. So on that note, guys, we'll see you back here next time. Stay tuned in just a few minutes. Some Shannon Tweed. Later.
Money's on the dresser.
I'll see you in Disneyland.